How's it going, guys? So I finally got around to getting a hold of the Magpul bolt action magazine well kit for their Hunter 700 stock, and before throwing it on I decided, you know what, might as well make a video out of it. So this is just going to show how quick and easy it is to throw this on. Let's go ahead and take a look at what you get inside. So obviously you'll get the bottom metal, which actually it is polymer. However, Magpul did it right by at least reinforcing the screw points with metal, so you don't have to worry about it cracking. Good on them there. Get one 5-round PMag 7.62 AC. Keep in mind these are not the same as, you know, your like 308 AR mag, so you will have to use a different magazine. They're a little bit pricey, so it's awesome that you at least get one included with the bottom metal. You get your typical Magpul sticker, and then of course your instructions, but we'll be covering those for you in this video. So first of all, this is not an instruction video on the Hunter 700 stock itself. There is a video of that already up on the channel. I'll put a link in the description below if you're curious to see that. But this will more be like what you'll be expecting if you are just simply in the same situation as me, just replacing your bottom metal for your Hunter 700 stock if you didn't necessarily want to spend the money to buy both at the same time like I didn't. So all you got to do is remove your screws from your action and your factory bottom metal, and it'll come right out. Keep in mind this will separate the action from the stock, so keep that in mind if you got some glass on top that you don't want to bang up. So you can go ahead and take the screws out. Keep in mind that the longer screw will go back and the shorter screw is going to go in the front. Now we can go ahead and toss this to the side. There's really no need for it anymore, as well as your original this is your internal magazine. Don't need that. And then if you are like me and you chose to, hold off on the Magwell kit that Magpul has out there, then to use your factory bottom metal, you had to use this spacer. So now that we're going to be switching over to the Magpul bottom metal, we can get rid of this spacer. So what you're going to do next, I'll go ahead and just insert the bottom metal, and it'll be nice and flush, and that's why, like I said, you no longer need that spacer. And then what I like to do is use a little bit of the blue Loctite, and this is just, I'm going to put a drop on the threads, and that's just so that I don't have to really worry about these backing out on me at any point in time if you do a lot of shooting. So you don't have to go too crazy. It's kind of like back in the old days in school, one dot does a lot kind of rule. You'll just reinsert your action. Try to keep this bottom metal pressed as much as you can so that the screws can grab your action. Make sure that the recoil lug is seated against, so I'm actually pulling back on the action and trying to hold that in place just to where it's already contacting. And I'm just going to go ahead and get this front screw started just a little bit, and then I'm going to come in on the back and get that one started, and then I'll tighten that one up as well, and then I'm going to just jump to the front. Now keep in mind that Magpul does suggest you doing this from 55 to 60 inch-pounds, and obviously I'm not using any kind of torque wrench, so do that at your own discretion. I'm just going to kind of feel it, guys, because I didn't have an issue when I installed this stock. Nothing came loose again, that's why I'm using the Loctite. I'm not going to over tighten to break anything, so personally I'm just using some good judgment, but of course you always want to follow the manufacturer's recommendations. They're there for a reason, so fair warning on that, guys. And that is pretty much it. It's installed, so now the last step is to go ahead and open up the magazine and test it for fitment. There you go. So now with this installed, it's super simple. The magazine will just go in and it'll click in place. And to remove the magazine, it has a paddle style release where you just pull it and then the magazine is free to be removed. I did want to touch on this real fast. I have seen some things out there on YouTube and the internet of people saying that they had interferences with the trigger and the Magwell, that it was getting a little bit too close, or they actually had to kind of remove some material from the magazine well. This is the factory X-Mark Pro trigger on this Remington 700, and as you can see, I don't have any issues with clearance. Go ahead and make sure the gun's clear. And I'll do it from the back side so you guys can see. Take the safety off. So even with the trigger pulled, there's absolutely no interferences whatsoever there. So I will hopefully eventually be putting, you know, a Timney or a Jewel trigger as this Remington 700 project of mine continues, and I'll update you guys on if there's any clearance issues, but try to get that to focus. As of right now, no issues whatsoever, and plenty of space for, you know, if you're doing any kind of gloved hunting or shooting. And honestly guys, it really transforms the look and feel of your typical bolt action rifle. And really, it's just super convenient to have a removable box magazine so that you're not really fumbling with always going, you know, over the top of your action. So I'm looking forward to using this. There'll be plenty more videos. Like I said guys, super short, but hopefully got right to the point for you guys. And if you're interested in picking this up for yourself or the stock, I will leave a link in the description below so you can get some information on that, where you can get it. And like I said, if you want to see how the stock was installed, I'll have that information as well. So as always guys, thanks for stopping by the 4 Mile Ranch YouTube channel, and have a good one.